everybody. LeiLani, CEO of Learning Council News Media and Research. And I'm here with my new friend, Bagby, who is the coordinator of Instructional Technology, Hamilton County Schools.
That is correct.
Orient me, where is that from here in Nashville?
From Nashville, it's about 2 hours southeast. Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Okay.
It's on the border of Georgia, 2 hours from Nashville, 2 hours from Knoxville, 2 hours from Birmingham, 2 hours from Atlanta.
Okay.
Great place to be.
Chattanooga. Let's just say that that's the coolest city name ever. It sounds like a dance routine. Love it. So you came up here because you knew we were like futurists and we're going to give you a lot of data and you're going to learn something.
That was my hope.
That was my hope. But tell me a little bit about your schools. Like, where are you at in the continuum of change? You got devices for kids?
Oh, of course, yes.
Okay.
We got devices, of course. Pre-pandemic, we were rolling out devices. We ended up, thankfully, pre-pandemic, we were rolling out devices for our one-to-one program. It got halted a little bit because of the pandemic. At one point, all the devices in America, I guess, weren't available.
Yeah, you couldn't get chips.
Yep. And we got them in finally, so we're basically one-to-one on K-12, and we are working to maintain our level 5 here in Tennessee, as in the highest level of achievement in lots of areas. So that's our, I guess, focus, is making sure that our academics is, now that we have the tools, we want our academics to be where they need to be as well.
Yes. Okay, so devices came out.
Yes.
And let me just make sure I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Now you're trying to adapt your academics to match the change in structure of using machines.
Well, not just the change in structure of using the machine. We want to make sure that the tools that the students have aren't just digital replacements of what the kids were doing with worksheets. We want to make sure that the teachers have the right pedagogical approach in order to teach with those devices. Because, well, like I say...
I love this. This is fantastic. Say that again. That's so great.
We want to have the teach. No, just kidding. No, but the thing is, I always talk about Willie Sutton, and he talks about... I don't know if you remember Willie Sutton, a long time ago, actually before our time. He was a bank robber, and the FBI asked him, why do you rob banks? And his answer was, because that's where the money is. And I think, why do we use tech, or why are we using tech? That's where the kids are. The kids are sucked into devices all the time, so we should make sure that we do all that we can to ensure that the way that the kids are learning on devices is what the teachers are doing, not necessarily, we're going to transform our teaching practices to meet the needs of the kids. Wait, no, we should transform our teaching practices to meet the needs of the kids, and I believe that the devices help in that area to transform what we do in the classroom to connect and elevate the kids for success.
I love this. Now let me see if I can say it in a way that you are already doing and you agree with.
Okay.
So what you're saying is that using devices to distribute the learning, the knowledge pieces, and elevating the human teacher for the moments of humanness, my mouth saying words to your ears, is the focus. Is that right?
Yeah, I would say for the most part that is it.
That's what I like. Okay, because I don't think it's possible for a human to compete with the open internet and AI. As a teacher, all historical knowledge, thousands of years, they can't hold it in their noggin very well.
That is correct.
Right? So I want them to be the moment of us being togetherness. I'm eyeballing you as a kid, and I'm seeing that you don't get it, even though you just said you get it. And I'm like, you don't really get it. That's what a human teacher. That's what I think it comes down to. The human teacherness now is that.
And for long ago, there's been the sage on the stage where we have the teacher up at the front. But now all that knowledge that you were talking about that the teacher can't retain is in the palm of the student's hands.
Yes.
And the teachers have to figure out ways. My hope is that they will facilitate the students in understanding how to get that knowledge out, pull it out, and then know whether or not they got it or they don't. And then from there, they either do some reteaching or help with intervention or even push them forward as they continue to gain more knowledge and grow and grow and grow.
I like that. I like that a lot. I really believe that that's the direction we have to be going, because everywhere we go now, everybody's talking about AI.
Yes.
And did you get to do the workshop on the 5 types of AI?
Yes.
Okay. So there's these 5 types. The shiny object is the generative one, but it's the other ones that I'm the most worried about. So now you're a teacher, and this world of AI is encroaching. I really believe that the human aspect of that teacher intersection has to be an art. I want to teach teachers that they are the talent, right? The way television programs are like, or news media, like I know news media. News media is like, you're the talent, you're the guy, you know. Or the craft of the togetherness is entirely them. And that whole human side is a serious philosophical study, even inclusive of the children. Like, do you know how to be a human? Like, let me just, like, you and I are talking together, but little humans right now are on their screen all the time, and they don't understand why your mouth is saying words. Like, why is your mouth saying words? So I think that this is the focus, and that we should be doing that. What are your thoughts on the same line?
I do believe that there is an art and a science to teaching, and I do believe that, of course, with the AI, implementation of AI, like the U.S. Department of Ed, they pushed out information on AI, and ASCD, ISD, and both documents focus on the human element, making sure that there is that human element embedded. And as we are pushing AI in my district, that's one of the things that we maintain, that we want to make sure the teachers understand that there has to be a part of the human element when using AI in a classroom. And we're trying to get not only tools, but other strategies so that the teachers understand this is the way we do it, so students understand, we can use AI, but we're going to interact with people. We're still interacting with people.
Yes.
A good friend, we were talking with teachers, and he said, well, of course, teachers, AI is going to take my job. Much like the radio, the television, the computer, they're not going to take the job. However, the people that can use it will be better at doing things for their jobs versus those that don't use it.
Yeah, we're moving in 2 directions. It's like we bifurcated now. You better be super duper able to think to be able to position yourself as the balance to AI. And then the other direction is we're going back to the trades. Like people being able to weld and build things, and for us to compete with China and everywhere else, like we need to have jobs here at both levels. So we're bifurcating in both arenas. Are you seeing that too? Are you seeing the trades come back for you?
Yes, definitely, and I'm thankful for it. My daughter actually works at a school in Nashville, and she is part of the service academy. And part of that service academy, she has students that are learning skills with fire safety or working with the fire department. It's culinary arts and other, maybe not so CTE as it is career technical like they have been in the past, but looking forward. And I know that in my district we have folks that are doing cybersecurity things, and they're doing, hotel management. And then, we have the welding, and we have the construction. So we have all these different academies that are going on, which I think are great.
Yeah.
Because we, like you said, we will need both ends. And I hate that folks have this, I know in the late 80s and 90s there's a stigma with, they went to the VOTEC school or the technical school and they can't make it in college, and I hate that there was this discrimination against those folks because we need them.
And it's not even true.
That is correct.
It's not even true, because I looked at the electrical field, and there's a tremendous amount of math and calculation of things going on in those fields. Construction, massive amount of right. And even sewing, right? There's a huge amount of it, and everybody's forgotten how to make their own food. So we used to have home ec.
Yes,
right?
oh, yes.
So there's art forms in all of those.
I think
In the
so.
trades, there's
Yeah.
have you ever tried to lay tile yourself? You realize there's an art to this.
And you're like, oh my
This is
goodness.
hard. I know it's really hard. And so there's a skill there. And there is a thinking skill in it.
Yes, and I'm thankful. Well, my brother-in-law, he's an electrician. He went to trade school to become an electrician, and the things that he has to use, and he may not have gotten a college degree, but the work that he does is amazing.
And he's well paid.
Yes.
I'm saying, people are onto this now. They're like, hey, wait a second.
Yeah. There was a gentleman on the radio just yesterday pushing his HVAC company, saying, hey, come work with us. We'll train you for a year, and after a year or so, you'll be making $70,000. And I was thinking, I did education, and it took me 4 years, and I still yeah.
I know. It's like, why is this fair?
Yes.
The one blessing in education is to still get pensions after 20 years. And
a lot of
and the healthcare is way better than anywhere else.
Yes.
Yes, the last pension market. There isn't any of it.
Oh,
I think all the banks have gotten rid of them themselves too. Like there's no other market.
That's crazy.
Forget it. Yeah, so, well, this has been an interesting conversation. What I like about what you said you're doing is that you're leveling up, and you know that the future is the balancing of humanity with the technology.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
So if I was going to give you a grade as a school district, it'd be an A.
Oh, I thank you.
For right now.
For right now, yes.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Like I used to tell my teachers, we're going to build a better mousetrap daily.
Yeah, change is never ending.
We're going to improve. We're going to try to improve everything every day. Just keep going.
Good. I'm glad you're doing that. Okay, well, why don't we have one final thought from you?
Okay.
What's your favorite thing, or what are you most proud of? Just as the district, not just as yourself. Mm-hmm. What's going on? What are you guys proud of?
Well, in Tennessee, they have these different levels of achievement, and most recently, our district was a level 5 district. That's the top level in several areas, maybe in all areas. I don't even remember. I just know that we kept hitting level 5s, and it's good. And we have several reward schools, as in schools that are like in the top of all the schools in the state. So things like that make me happy. Just seeing that district is actually achieving the things that we set out to do.
Yeah, that makes me proud of you too. So good job. Good job. Tell everybody else back home, good job.
I will.
Hey, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.